to the room, and then let me know if you guys can hear me, and then I'll add Facebook after instead of adding Facebook first. Because I just want to just make sure you can hear me in the VIP room, and then I'll, yay, okay, yay, you can hear me. Sound. Okay, now let's add Facebook. And here, let's begin our manifesting workshop by manifesting that this all works out. Type into the comments, it all works out easily and effortlessly. Type that in the comments while I now go and add Facebook onto the Zoom stream. It all works out easily and what? Effortlessly. It all works out easily and effortlessly. Okay, so I'm adding Facebook now. All right, let's see. Okay, manifest your vision board. Day one of 4. Today is day number 1 of a 4-day experience. Okay, share on my timeline, public, go live. All right, Facebook, come on. Boom! It all works out. It all works out. It all works out. So I'm so excited for, as I was saying before, I'm just going to have to begin again. If we're just meeting for the first time, I am Abiola Abrams, and this is Manifest Your Vision Board, a 4-day experience. And okay, here we go. We are going to be not only just making our vision boards. Anybody can make a vision board. Anybody can glue some images to a piece of paper, but we're going to activate it. We're going to turn it on. We're going to make it work. We're going to create a vision board that is going to allow you to be able to manifest your 2024 the way that you are wanting it to be. All right, so all right, so we are on Facebook. I'm going to come over to Zoom in a second and make sure that you guys are able to see and hear me. Okay, Facebook, I don't know if it's working for y'all right now, but if not, don't worry. I'm going to share the replay for today with you guys. Okay, there it is, Facebook. Okay, so let me share to the Facebook groups. Okay, we are being patient. I'm talking to the control freaks in the room. I'm talking to the control freaks in the room. We are making it work. It all works out. Okay, so share to a group. So let me share now to the groups. And we are moments away from beginning our experience. Okay, there we go. We are sharing without commentary. Let's see. All right, share. Share to a group. And okay, and we're going to share to the Goddess Temple Circle. Boom. And there we go. Okay. All right, good. So let me come back over. Hopefully we're still working in the VIP. Tell me what your experience is when it comes to vision boards. Let me know. VIP, can you still hear me? Yes? Okay, good. All right, excellent. Okay, so let me know what your experience is when it comes to vision boards. Do you usually make a vision board? I have made vision boards for many, many years. I tend to keep them and hold on to them. Let me know also what you do with your old vision boards. I have a bunch in my lower level in my new house. I'll bring some and show you tomorrow if I can locate them in the boxes. But I stopped doing vision boards as often as I used to because I have been more involved in the past few years with working with the power of ritual. The power of ritual specifically from my cultures, which are mostly African-based cultures with some indigenous magic as well. And the beautiful thing is that how you do everything is how you do anything. How you do anything is how you do everything. And so it has all been coming back around for me again to start back up my vision board practice, bringing all of the new energies with this work. And this is especially potent right now because I have a daughter. And so it's going to be really fun to make a vision board with her for the things that she wants to create. She's 2 years old, so it's going to be fun to create that with her. And I have, like I said, all of the beautiful priestess work that I've been doing and that some of you will be doing with me in the upcoming priestesshood. And so I thought this was the perfect time for us to create something powerful. So let's see. So Goddess Jamaria says, I've done them, but not really strictly. Goddess Nicola says, I've done one before, which I think I got a couple of things from, and have done one for this year. So I'm up for this. Excellent. Goddess Marnie says, I've done some vision boards, haven't done since 2022. I keep mine as well. I've found I make them and then nothing manifests. Oh, I'm so glad you shared that. Excellent. Okay, so if you, like I said, anybody can just glue images to a piece of paper, a pretty piece of paper, things that we want, which is what we are commonly taught to do when it comes to vision board making. You can make vision boards all kinds of ways. Specifically in this workshop, we're going to be working with making them in Canva, but you could do them with boards and glue, which is what I intended to do initially. See, I got the boards and the glue, but we are in a snowy week in New York, and so everything is not being delivered that I needed. So it's all right. For everybody in the VIP, if you go into Canva, if you go into your learning portal, you will see I have put a Canva vision board that I've created for you. Don't worry, we're going to get to that in a couple of days. And I've uploaded for you blank receipts, blank invoices, blank checks, blank plane tickets, boarding passes, all of that, because we're going to be playing with this experience. Type into the comments, play. Manifestation should have the energy of play. If we think about how, the divine creates, if we think about, look at a flower, look at a field of flowers, look at the ocean, look at the sand, it feels playful. If we think about how human beings are generally created, not the IVF way, but the general creation, it's orgasmic. It's play, it's pleasure, it feels good, it's infused with that energy, it's energetic. And that is what we want to bring to our vision board creation. When we are treating the divine more like, thinking of, catalog creation, which is, just putting some images and saying, this is what I want. And they're usually safe images, safe manifesting. We often have the experience of, that didn't work out for me so well. That didn't work out for me. And I want to just introduce a new idea. So we're going to say that things are working out for you no matter what. Every day in every way, things are working out for me. Every day, in every way, things are working out for me. Put that in the comments. That's very long. You can just put things are working out for me. Every day, in every way, things are working out for me. You ever have the experience, and I know y'all did in advance, of where you wanted something really, really badly, and then maybe it's, a relationship or a job or whatever it was, and then you look back and you're like, whew, thank goodness that didn't go the way that I had in my head. Thank goodness, thank godness that did not work out the way that I wanted it to go. Every day, in every way, things are working out for you. And so what you want to bring to this experience is you as the co-creator of your life. The law of attraction is cool, but it's only one spiritual law. I've been playing around with, all of the different universal spiritual laws with my upcoming book, Imagination Creates Reality, and then from Imagination to Reality, and then my book that's coming in 2025, which is about the universal laws. And law of attraction, the reason why a lot of people get stumped with a vision board is that there's so much to it, that there are so many different spiritual laws. That's one thing. Another thing is that not all of us are necessarily visual thinkers. Even if you have the gift of sight, whether it's this sight or this sight, we're not all visual people. Some people are auditory people. There are all kinds of techniques that we can do for our manifestation. So we want to bring all of that to the table so that we're not beating ourselves up and feeling like, vision boards don't work for me, or affirmations don't work for me, or this doesn't work for me, or whatever it is. It's all working out for you, baby. It is all working out for you. You are worthy. You are deserving. This is a great time for you. You were drawn and attracted to this beautiful sacred circle here for a reason. And so we are going to manifest your vision together. So for those of you who are in the VIP experience, I want you to get into that learning portal, get into that chat, and start to introduce yourself and share with each other. Manifesting together as a circle, particularly for, feminine, divine feminine energy folks, manifesting together is extremely potent and powerful. Very, very powerful when we can hold a vision for each other. And so let's rewrite the way that we have been taught to think about manifesting. So with the law of attraction, right, we've been taught like attracts like, which is a spiritual law, right? So if I like that, I want to attract it to me. But I want you to feel something different right now in your bones and in your energy. And we're all going to go within in a second for practice and activation. What I want you to feel in your bones and in your energy is we're not going to tune in right now to, in this workshop, focus solely on the law of attracting, which is attraction, which is attracting to us what we are wanting, which is easy for you because you're a magnet anyway. Type into the comments, I'm a magnet anyway. I am a magnet anyway. You're a magnet anyway. The law that we are going to be playing with is the law of belief, the law of assumption, what I call the law of life, the law of creation. So you are going to make a shift right now. Instead of trying to attract to you the things that you desire, the things that you have a deep desire, a burning desire, for my Pride and Prejudice, obscure things, for my Pride and Prejudice people, a fervent desire, the things that you are really wanting and wanting and wanting, for those things, I want you to come from womb force energy, whether you have a physical womb or not. This is an energy of creation. You are fertile with possibilities. You are fertile with your desires. And that means that you need not attract them to you because you are here to create them. Type into the comments, I create life. You are here to create the things that you desire. You are here to combine, to join forces with the energy of the divine, join forces with the energy of the Most High, join forces with the energy of all that is sacred to give birth to the things that you are wanting, to create the things that you want, to create the life that you want, to create the money and the relationships and the things that you want. You are a co-creative force. It says in every single sacred practice, from the Kabbalah to the Bible, all throughout Christianity, all throughout Islam, it says in every single practice that you are the image and likeness, the reflection, the energy, the power of God, that you have the creative power. That you have the creative power. As it was said, all these things and more that I have done, you can do. Have I not told you in your books that you are God? You are a divine reflection, a part of the Most High. And yes, you may be God with a small g, a part of the big whole, the big whole creation, the energy of the divine, the energy of the Most High, but you are a reflection of that. And as I say all the time, a drop of the ocean is still what? The ocean. A drop of sunlight still what? Sunlight. A drop of a blade of grass still has all of the properties of that blade of grass. And the biggest gift that we have been given is the ability to create our desires. Now, we temporarily forget that when we get here in Earth School and we're dealing with all of the minutia and the things of life. And we want to bring it back to the ability to hold a vision, to hold our vision, to hold what we are wanting, to hold it in our hearts and minds, to insist on it and be clear on it, even when all physical evidence is to the contrary. That is the energy that we want to bring to our vision boards. I want you to think of your vision board not so much as a catalog, as something that you're putting out there in order to request what you want. It is more like an album. If we look back, for people who, my 35 and up crowd, who your parents probably have photo albums. If you look back at photo albums, we want to think of it as that. Like, this is an imprint. This is an imprint of what I am creating. I'm going to create it now here physically, if you're cutting and pasting and gluing, or if you're putting images on Canva, and I am going to birth it. I'm going to live it. I'm going to step into it. And so the shift is, when we think of be, do, have, a lot of us were taught, in whatever metaphysical circles or whatever, that, be, do, have is about, the things that you want to be, the things you want to do, the things you want to have. But no, it's who do I have to be to do and have the things that I came to do and have, the things that I want to do and have. Who do I have to be? Which part of myself do I need to activate? So it's not you being someone else. It is you making a shift into another you, another part of you, activating within you. So if there is a dream job that I want, say I work at this company and I've been here for 4 years and I'm banging it out, and I feel like, okay, I see myself running this division. Okay, so the person who is doing that you, the you who is already running that division, who is she? What does she do? What does she believe to be true about herself? Are her beliefs different than this version of you? And yes, they are. That's why it's a different version. So what does that me believe? And if we don't make that shift, then our vision boards remain flat on the paper. The shift is that energy and realizing, that when we put an image down, if we are putting it down with, vision creating, birthing energy, that it's the energy that says that this is not I'm not just gluing this picture of the Eiffel Tower here or whatever it is on a piece of paper, but I'm seeing it as activating, as already done. Type into the comments, it is done. It is done. I'm seeing it as already done. It is done. And when I made that shift, when I personally made that shift, everything opened for me. Are there things that I am wanting to create and manifest that I haven't been able to manifest? Yes, absolutely. There are. And here's the reason: because I still have blocks. We all have blocks in certain areas where we have stories that we have not yet dissolved or dealt with that keep us from seeing that vision clearly of who is that version of myself. And so this process is about peeling off and releasing those blocks, releasing the stories that no longer serve us, releasing the stories about you that weren't true about you to begin with. That half of it is not even your story. It's not your truth. And so all of this, so I'm sorry if you came and you thought, okay, we're going to just glue some things on paper, and you're like, I just came for a simple vision board workshop. What is she talking about? This is the work. This is the work. This is our sacred work here. It is much bigger, much grander, but also much simpler than we thought, than we imagined. So if visual manifesting does not work for you, there are practices that you can do, like auditory manifesting. So not necessarily that this is the truth for you, Goddess Marnie. I know Goddess Marnie. She's amazing. She's been in a number of my courses and will be soon one of the first people in the first round of people certified in the African Goddess Rising Oracle Deck certification. So not necessarily that this is true for you, but for people who are auditory focused people. For example, one of the processes that you could do instead of or in addition to a vision board process is using auditory manifesting techniques. So, for example, hearing congratulations for the things that you are wanting to bring into life, hearing a process where you imagine hearing a conversation, you're overhearing a conversation about people saying, "Oh, she did it." Type in the comments, "She did it. She did it. Let's pump each other up. She did it." Someone needs to see you type those words. Someone needs to see that on their screen. Yes, VIP, she did it. Someone needs to see those words. She did it. Where you see, imagine yourself, seeing, hearing the words, congratulations. Congratulations. Type into the comments, congrats. Congrats. Oh my goodness, she did it. She did it. She bought her house. She bought her car. She got married. She had the baby. She went on the trip. She's in Paris. She's traveling the world. She's location independent. She started her own business. She got the promotion. She's running the company. She has all the money in her bank. She's retired. She's on a yacht. Whatever it is, she did it. She did it. She started a family. She did it. She did it. Congrats. She did it. And so what you could do is every night before you go to bed, and for those with littles, I know that, time is of the essence. What you could do is you look at your vision board, right? So you're looking at the visual representation, but look at each and every image that you have on there and hear the congratulations. Imagine how the congrats would go. Okay, so if you're looking at, a picture of the Eiffel Tower, you hear the congratulations of your friend maybe saying, "Oh my gosh, girl, congrats, you're going to Paris. What? You're there now? You went already? That is amazing. Congrats." If it is, your logo for the company that you want to write, you want to start, or a book you want to write, or whatever it is, hearing the voice of, I don't know, maybe your parent or a family member saying, "Oh my gosh, congrats, you did it. You wrote the book. Congrats. Congrats." Or your partner, saying to you, "Oh my God, honey, baby, I love it. Congrats, you got that raise. You did it. Congrats." Type in the comments again, congrats. You did it. You did it. Type into the comments, "I did it. I did it. I did it." Hear and feel that energy of being able to look into the mirror, look into your own eyes and say, "I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Oh my goodness, I did it." Before I had my interview with Hay House, and I'll share that story again for you of signing to work with them, which was my dream company to work with. For everyone, that may not be the same, so for other people have other dreams. That's good. We all have different visions. We all don't need the same dream. But for me, that was a part of my dream. And before I had the meeting with them, I had to get my mind, body, spirit, my nervous system into alignment with the fact that I'm already signed with them. I'm already signed with them. This is not an interview. What? They think they're interviewing me. Interviewing who? Who are you interviewing? How are you going to interview me and I'm already signed? How are you going to interview me and the checks are already in my bank account? How are you going to interview me and the books are already in the store? How are you going to interview me and you're already printing my deck? Like, that doesn't make sense. You're going to interview me? Okay. And so one of the things that I did was, as we just said, hearing the congrats. Oh my goodness, congrats. Looking in my own eyes and rehearsing. Let it be practice, let it be rehearsal, whatever you want to call it, rehearsing how it would feel to look into my own eyes and be like, "Oh my gosh, Abiola, you did it. Girl, you did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. Oh my goodness. Abiola Abrams, Hay House author, practicing, rehearsing, aligning, embodying." Type into the comments embodiment. Don't worry about spelling. Embodiment. Embodying what it is. Who did I need to be in order to have and do what I wanted to do? Who did I need to be? How would a best-selling Hay House author, what would she think about herself? What is her thought process? Would her thought process be, "Oh my God, pick me, choose me"? No. Why? I'm already a bestseller. So do yourself a favor and make it a reality. If you don't, it's not meant, but it is done. It is done. So who do I need to be? So I need to be that version of myself. That's the key. You're not being that version of anybody else, that version of myself. What does that version of me believe to be true about herself? That version of me believes and knows in her bones and in her soul that she was born to serve a specific group of humans, and that this would be a means for her to be able to reach them in a greater way. That version of me believes and knows to be true in her bones that she needs this opportunity as distribution. I need distribution. I need greater distribution. I already have the magic. I already have the voice. I already have the vision. I need distribution. That version of me had to get those things true before the meeting, before any of that was true. And as some of you have heard this story before, and today's workshop, by the way, day 1 of 4 of our workshop is about the courage to desire. Type into the comments the courage to desire. Courage to desire. That's the name of today's workshop, because a lot of us don't have the courage enough to desire the things that we want. That courage has been beat out of us by life. That courage has been dissolved by our fears. That courage has been lost by us being let down and heartbroken by certain things. And then we're afraid to want. We're afraid to desire. So even the beginning step, again, before even gluing an image or clipping an image or putting an image on a board, the courage to desire is where we begin. And so I'm going to tell a very condensed, 1-minute version of this. But to make a long story short, I knew what I wanted distribution from Hay House and partnership with Hay House with. And it was a shift for me where in previous years, I was unable to mentally even access Hay House. I just felt like, okay, well, they'll contact me, but I wasn't reaching out to them. I was like, they'll contact me, because I was feeling like I was here and they were here. That's out of alignment. So if you have your partner, your boyfriend or husband, or your perfect job, or your place where you want to live, or whatever is here, and you think that you're here and there's a gap, that is not in alignment. The alignment is saying that the job, the partner, the company, the whatever it is exactly, it's you. It's a bit of you. It's the energy of you. It's in alignment. And so that is what shifted for me. That was the biggest shift, is that no, it's not like I'm trying to get Hay House ready. I'm trying to be a Hay House appropriate, and then I will attract them and they will contact me. It was, I'm a prize. I am amazing. The work that I have to do is sacred and it is incredible. And so I choose me, and I'm going to invite them to get on board with me because I choose me. Type into the comments, I choose me. So whether it's with your partner, your job, your whatever, your company, your building, you choose you. I choose me. And I'm going to make an offer for them, whoever them is, in whatever capacity, to get on board with my vision. I choose me. I choose me. And then the divine conspires and comes to you and conspires to make that vision, help you co-birth that vision, co-create that vision. And so when I had the conversation with my friend Jessica, who I knew, could introduce me to Hay House, I reluctantly had the conversation with her because I didn't want to seem, like I'm team, don't bother anybody, don't ask anybody, do it all myself. I don't need you. I can handle it. I'm all good. I can make things happen. And I knew that she could be able to open this door a lot faster than me, cold calling or, going a roundabout way. And I was like, oh my God, okay, I'm going to have to pitch Jessica about doing a book on African rituals. She's not from my culture. She's not going to understand African rituals or wanting to do it or anything like that. And then, and I'm only telling this story because she has told it publicly before, Jessica, who is a Hay House author, Jessica Ortner, in the same conversation where I'm building myself up to like, okay, I'm going to pitch this to her. I'm going to tell her, and I don't know, she's not going to get it. She starts to talk to me about African ritual. My friend from Argentina starts talking to me. My white friend from Argentina, I'm just going to clarify that because she clarifies that in the conversation too. My white friend from Argentina, who I thought, okay, she's not going to understand African ritual at all and know why I'm pitching this and not get it. She starts to talk to me about African ritual and shares with me that Ian Levanzant gave her a ritual, an African ritual, a Yoruba ritual, to help her heal after a pregnancy loss, and how meaningful it was for her. And she was sharing this with me because at the time I was dealing with loss as well. And it was such incredible confirmation that what you are seeking is seeking you. Because what are the odds that my friend, who this is not her culture, not her experience, has no idea that I want to create a book on African ritual, would start in this conversation. I don't even know how she brought it up. She brought it up to begin to speak about African ritual. And so that is the power of alignment. That is the difference between, well, I want this, and one day, a lot of y'all send me these messages, one day I'm going to come with you on the retreat, one day I'm going to do this and that. That's putting a gap. Okay, there's not a gap. You're in alignment. What you are seeking, what you really are seeking, you want to have be where it's the next logical thing. Type into the comments, it's the next logical thing. The things that you desire are the next logical thing. It makes perfect sense. It's not a big thing where it's so big and scary and separate from you. That's not what it means when we say dream bigger. You are stepping into your truth and saying, of course I would have that. Of course I would have that relationship. Of course I would be in that country. Of course I would have that job. Of course I would have that number in the bank. Of course I would be in alignment with my spiritual practice. Of course I would have full body health. Of course it would feel good to be in my skin. Of course I will eat in a way that makes me feel good about who I am. Of course, it's the next logical thing. It is the truth of who I am. And I thought that it was really important for us to have this first day just focused on desire, because when 99% of the work that I've done has been with women, right? But there's like a 1% tiny bit that I have worked with men, maybe 5%. All right, so 95.5. And the difference is that whenever I've worked with men on manifesting, people who identify as men have no problem with the desire part. None. That for them is the easiest part of it. The easiest part of it. I have a friend who once told me, he's a venture capitalist, and he once shared with me that when women come into the room to pitch to get funding for something, they spend most of their time, 15 minutes out of their 20 minutes, trying to prove why they are worthy without, before they even pitch, trying to prove why they are worthy. And he said, if I could get you to go and spread back to your women folk one thing, it would be that you're already worthy. That's why you're in the room. Type into the comments, I'm already in the room. You're already in the room. You're in the room of life. You're in the room of desire. You're in the room of whatever it is that you're wanting to create and wanting to birth. You're already in the room. You're already in the room. You don't need to prove that you are worthy. You don't need to prove that you deserve. You're already in the room. He said that out of the 20 minutes allotted, they spend 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes by the time they get going on their pitch, time is up. You're already in the room. Yes. Yes, Goddess Anika. It makes sense. Yes, Goddess Shayla. Yes, Goddess Ade. Already in the room. You're already in the room. Like that, feel that shift in energy versus, pulling up a seat at the table or whatever it is and all of that. It's all good. It's all good. I'm already in the room. put a table in front of me or don't. Doesn't matter. I can create something greater. I can create what I'm wanting to and needing to. I can co-create it. And then I am absolutely magnetic for the things that I desire. Of course I am. I created them. I birthed them. I birthed them. I am fertile with possibilities. Type that in the comments. I'm fertile with possibilities. I'm fertile with possibilities. I am fertile with possibilities. And so I want you to bring the energy of fun to this practice. One of you, maybe it was Goddess Shayla, I'm not sure who it was. Somebody sent me an email a couple of hours ago when I emailed out the boarding pass, the printable boarding pass that you could print or copy and paste on the vision boards that we make. And like I said, in the VIP portal, there's also like all kinds of like fun printable things and said, oh my gosh, this is fun. Yes, it is fun. It is play. It is pleasure. I am fertile with possibilities. I am fertile with possibilities. I'm fertile with orgasmic joy. I'm fertile with the orgasm of creation, of birthing, of creating the things that I came to create. How amazing. How amazing. So there's a workbook in the VIP. We're going to get into that tomorrow. As a matter of fact, in a second, I'm going to show you what the inside of the learning portal is so that you can make sure to find everything. But first, I want to ask you, before we create our vision board, which will have the different life areas and all of that, I'll show you that as well. But let me just ask you, what is one thing that you desire? Let me know one thing that you desire to manifest in 2024 specifically. One thing that you desire. Goddess Nicole says Goddess Nicola says freedom. Beautiful. You know what? Here's the interesting thing. Goddess Nicola. Every single thing that anyone is going to put in these comments is going to be freedom. Whether it is a relationship, money, whatever it is you are seeking is aligned with freedom. So I'm going to challenge you to come with something more specific, Goddess Nicola. All right, let's see. Okay, someone's saying to be a sound healer. That's beautiful. Goddess Deborah says a new place to live. Goddess Ellen says financial freedom. Goddess Marnie says I desire to manifest $15,000 months. Beautiful. With my Sangha. Okay, let me get the pronunciation right. Sankalpa Women's Collective. Sankalpa Women's Collective while only working 16 hours a week. Good. Goddess Nicole says wealth. Okay, good start. Good start. Goddess Shakti says to launch my wellness coaching business. Okay, excellent. Okay, excellent. What are you? Oh, yay. Goddess Ashley says to have a baby. Yay. Wonderful. Congratulations in advance, Goddess Ashley. Goddess Nelly says a lifelong partner. Wonderful. Vital Express says, and I am worthy. Absolute knowing. It is true. Type in the comments, it is true. It is true. And it is done. Goddess Ade says to grow and scale my business and consistent scales. Absolutely. It is true. And it is done. It is true. And it is done. It is true, and it is done. Now, again, the reason why we wouldn't get whatever it is that you are putting forward, that you are wanting to create, is because you see a separation between you and that thing, which makes sense. That's how we've been taught goal setting is that we want something, we have a goal, and there's something we want, and then we've got to do the steps in order to get here. But oftentimes, sometimes the steps might not be that way. Sometimes you may think, okay, well, I've got to do the steps, and it's one step, and it's not the way that we envision. Sometimes the divine has something completely different in mind, where your friend is going to start talking about African rituals when you thought she knew nothing, had no idea of what an African ritual was. She's going to start talking about that on the phone. Right. And when I did get into the meeting with Hay House, they did say, we've been watching your stuff. We know who you are. We've already put you on a list, all of those things. So there could be. So get out of your head the idea of, OK, well, let me figure out now every step that it's going to take in order to get there. It may be one step. It may be faster than you can imagine. It may be you go outside and the UPS man, I don't know, says, here's your book deal. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Type in the comments, anything can happen. Anything can happen. my book that comes out in May, I actually talk about the UPS man. I thank my mailman, Steve, who put me on the path to writing that book. So anything can happen. Anything can happen. People who are on YouTube, if what I'm going to show on the screen is not going to show on YouTube, it's going to show on Facebook. If you have the capacity to look at facebook.com/Abiola TV, when I show the inside of the learning portal, the worksheets and stuff like that, then look. If you can't, it's okay. But I'm just giving you a heads up that that might be an easier place to be able to see what we're looking at. So we have different life areas that I'm going to challenge you to talk about your desires. And one of the things that I'm wanting you to do, so for our beautiful goddess that said wealth, for example, I'm going to challenge you to just get a little bit more specific. A little bit more specific. So Goddess Jamaria says, I desire to manifest $10,000 a month while traveling. See, that is extremely specific. We can see my goddesses who have been rocking with me for a while. Goddess Jamaria is a retreat alum, and she was also in a couple of other courses. I desire to manifest $10,000 a month while traveling. Goddess Nicola says, the financial independence which eliminates toxic people. Oh, this is a good one. And situations from my life while finding a purpose that brings joy. That's very powerful, and we can see that. We can absolutely see that. Okay, so let's play with Goddess Jamaria's degree, Goddess Jamaria's desire, and then we will look at the inside of the course and the worksheet. So I desire to manifest $10,000 a month while traveling. So when we look at the worksheet, it's going to have different life areas. So it's going to have relationships, it's going to have career, it's going to have purpose, it's going to have different life areas. So I want to challenge you to come up with a very potent desire for each area of your life. Oh, wait. Let me just give me 1 second. Let me put a do not disturb on my phone. I'm seeing the daycare center is popping up. They send pictures all day, which is awesome, of my daughter in daycare center. Okay. All right. So my bad. YouTube just wanted to put do not disturb on the phone. Okay. So as I was saying, there are different areas of life that we are going to put our desires for. I want you to get very specific. Get specific to where it turns you on. Don't think in terms of, for this practice, goal setting as we usually would, which is thinking about practical. What is practical? I want you to think about what turns you on. Let it turn you on. Let it excite you. So I desire to manifest $10,000 a month while traveling. That's really exciting. So we would add some fun things to it. Like, okay, what are you doing? Are you, I don't know, are you meeting Dexter on the beach and walking off and drinking coconut juice or whatever it is? I don't know. Make it sexy, make it fun, make it exciting, make it pleasure filled, make it passion filled, make it joy filled. Let it turn you on. Let your desires, type in the comments, my desires turn me on. Let your desires turn you on. Let them excite you. Let's get that solar plexus chakra activated. Let's get that root chakra activated, knowing that we are safe, that it's safe to be safe, that it's safe to have our desires. But let's get that reproductive region. Let's get all those juices. Let it make you, feel good. It's good to feel good. It is safe to feel good. That's where you want to come from for your desires. Okay? All right, good. Yes, my desires turn me on. Affirm it, affirm it, affirm it. Okay, so someone says in the VIP, I desire to become a sound healer and retire from my 9 to 5. Wonderful. And the thing is that everything that we've heard, let me know, has anyone's desire that I've read sound impossible to you? Doesn't everything possible if everything that I've read so far sounds possible? Like, let's see it for each other. Everything that I've read, every single thing that I've read sounds possible. And there are people who are doing the things that you're doing. The things that you want now, that you have now, for example, in your life, there's a time where you wanted to create and manifest those things. The things, I'm going to say that again, the things that you have now, there was a time where those things felt maybe elusive or it felt like there was a gap. Everything that you are mentioning is possible. And there are people that are doing the things that you're talking about. There are people that are making easily $10,000 and traveling. If Goddess Jamaria, for example, who is, I'm going to use her as an example, continue to use her as an example. Goddess Jamaria, I happen to know, is a doula who is in service to helping women to have healthy babies. If Goddess Jamaria added on to her doula services, so if you are doing something that has a public interest element and you're wanting to be, of course, cognizant of that in how you're charging people. I don't know anything about that specifically. I'm just using it as an example. If, for example, she wanted to keep her rates affordable as a doula, again, I don't know this to be her situation. And if that's not the case, that's fine too, right? There are high-end doulas. There are whatever you want to do is in alignment. But if she wanted to do that, she could have her clientele that are able to access what she has at more affordable rates, let's say, or she could have a website of or a social media profile of information that is helpful for them for free or something like that. And then she could have a higher end service where for $2,000, let's say, which is not even higher end, but $2,000, right? She could, for $2,000, have a healing artist package, which, just taking into account what she does, where she has a laying on of hands, and maybe she has a bundle where she does a number of different things, and she is on call to them for a certain period of time, and maybe she works with their family, and a number of different things that she would put together based on her skill set and her work. And she could then comfortably work with and be in full service to 5 women a month. And being that most people will probably join maybe around their 4th month of pregnancy or so and stay on for 5 months, maybe she has an after package, right? A postpartum package. And so maybe people sign on with her for a year so that she's not having to start from scratch every month to get clients. So does it seem plausible that she could offer her services to 5 women a month, work with them on being the healthiest, most incredible, most beautiful moms that they want to be, who are wanting to have her expertise at the touch of their texting? Does it seem plausible that she could do that for 5 women a month and easily make $10,000 while she travels and is in full service? Type possible if that sounds like it's possible. Yes. Yes, she's like, yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Possible. Easy, effortless, possible. Yes, indeed it is possible. Indeed it is possible. Is it also possible that if she had a higher end service, that again, she put together her gifts and her skill set, which, I can't speak to her full range of gifts, but if she had a $5,000 a month service where she worked with 2 people a month and was able to give them more time and invest more time, maybe she comes and works with their family, maybe she does readings for them, I don't know, maybe she brings whatever she comes and she does for them. Are there people who are paying, who are new moms, who are paying someone $2,000 to $5,000 a month to work with them in some capacity to make their lives easier? Yes, there are. So why not you? Why not you? So create the vision first, get activated by the vision, turned on by the vision, and then see what happens from there. Yes, Goddess Ade says she's got this. She's got this. Everyone over on YouTube is saying possible. Goddess Alicia says everything I read, everything you're saying is possible. Okay, so let me pull out the worksheet. I'm going to show you my screen and show you what the inside of, I restarted my computer. So let me open this up and show you what we're working with. Okay. we're going to be looking at, like I said, your goal setting. Well, no, goal setting is wrong language. Let me take that away. Your vision setting in different areas of your life. And then let me know in the comments, just so that I can planning wise. Are you planning to make a paper vision board type paper? Or if you're going to be working on a board, you can work on a clipboard. That you can do it all kinds of ways. Or if you're going to be using the digital Canva vision board option that I talked about. So just write digital or paper, so that I know how to plan in terms of the vision boards that you're creating. Digital or paper. Digital or paper. What kind of vision board are you going to be creating? Digital or paper? Okay, Canva. Guy Shamaria says both. Okay, all right, good. It looks like people are, there are a mix. Looks like it's maybe about half and half in the VIP. I got some great board off of from Amazon. Amazon has really great options in terms of creating vision boards. And I thought that I had created this idea, and then I found it on Amazon. It already exists. I'm still going to do it, but this is really cool. If you guys are wanting to do this on Amazon, they have a number of people have vision board clip books. So I thought I came up with the idea, but it already exists. So that's cool. So like I said, I'm still going to do it. But there are vision board clip books. So instead of like having to hunt through magazines, you can also print images from somewhere like Canva or from Google search. You can print images. You can, I know people who have the images printed at a drugstore like CVS or something like that, and have them printed on photo paper and then use them for your vision board. You could do them you could do it a number of different ways. Here, I got this also from Amazon. This is different quotes which you can put on your vision board as well. And for my goddesses like Goddess Marnie, who, you know, have had a little bit of blocks maybe in the past with vision boards, the good thing is that we're going to be in the Manifest Your Magic Moon Circle, which is a year-long experience. So we'll be able to check in and make sure it's activated. So here are some stickers that are here. Do for self, this one says, which I don't think is really relevant to our vision boards. You know, some will be relevant, some won't. I love this one. Never forget how wildly capable you are. That's a good one. What does this one say? Do something today your future self will thank you for. Good vibes, you know, whatever is relevant for you. It's a good day to be happy. Okay, so let's look now at what is inside of the VIP. Goddess Nicholas says, I love the Louise Hay affirmations book. Yay. Okay, good. Goddess Jamari says, I will do Canva, but I need to wake up and see it every day. That's how I feel too. That's why I'm doing it now again, because in my new office, in my home, I want to be able to look up and see the images. I want to look up and see the images. And even, for example, my book that comes out in May, it all the way comes out in May, but I need to hold it and to see it right now. I'm a visual person. So I found a place that allows you to just be able to put a cover on a book and have it printed. And I'm having it printed, you know, and this is something that you can do if you are creating a book, an album, or whatever, just a visual representation of just seeing it and just having it. You know, the physicality of it is very potent and powerful. Okay, so let me share my screen. Excuse me, YouTube peeps, for a second. You can see this, like I said, if you come on over on Facebook, you can see it there. All right, so this is your learning portal for the inside of Manifest Your Vision Board VIP workshop. The first 2 days are free. The second 2 days are VIP. If you're in the free room, if you're in the free seats, you can still get into the VIP. Don't worry, it's not too late. Where you get replays, you get community, you get all of the things that we have here. Okay, so here is the chat sections. So introduce yourself and what you're manifesting this year. Our joint vision board, you can see some people started to introduce themselves already. Shout out to Goddess Aziza, Goddess Marnie, who are already in there introducing themselves. All right, so there is the chat. Then there is this vision board planner. So here are the categories that you're going to need to set goals for, visions for. Okay? Love, relationships, meaning like your family relationships, your friendships, your coworkers, your employees, your employers, other relationships, right? So your love partnership, your other relationships, health, like things related to your body, exploration and adventure, so that includes like travel, like we were talking about, career and finances, which I put in two separate categories, career and finances, purpose and spirit, which is one category, purpose and spirit, your life purpose, things that are concerning with your spirituality, your personal development, all of that. And then leisure. And I put leisure and exploration as two different things because exploration can also be, someone told me they were doing a book challenge where they're going to read a certain amount of books this year or whatever. So I felt like, I wanted to just break those two up. So I'm going to read that again. So when you log in, you'll see this vision board planner. So you can either copy it into your journal or print it or, work on it or whatever works best for you. But the categories here are love, relationships, health, exploration, career, finances, purpose and spirit, and leisure. So that's 8 different categories. So create, even though you have, I know, tons of ideas for each category, I want you to create one fully activated, potent vision for each category. One for each, for this purpose, for this workshop, okay? I'm going to read it one more time. Love, relationships, health, exploration, career, finances, purpose and spirit, and leisure. And there's a PDF printable one on the bottom for people who are wanting to print. If you are, and you can print at UPS stores in the US and Staples as well. All right, so if you are, let me scroll up here. If you are wanting to create things in your life, it is helpful to be very, very specific. You're going to be very specific, but then you're going to let go and leave room for the divine to fill it in. So Goddess Shamaria is saying that she wants to have $10,000 a month and travel. And what she ends up creating might be $20,000 a month, and she travels and then goes to the Bahamas and finds a big beautiful beach home and stays there and is happy with that. So leave room for the divine to work it out in your life. So you're creating something, but you want to be very specific in your vision, but then you're going to just release it. But it starts off with specificity. So for example, the beautiful goddess who said wealth, that's the reason I said that's a good start, is because that's just the jumping off point. Wealth is not specific enough. Wealth is amazing, and I would argue that you already have wealth. You're wealthy enough to have a fancy device for us to have this conversation. You are wealthy enough to have the time and freedom that in the middle of the day you could come here and sit with a chick named Abiola in the Manifest Your Vision Board workshop. So you already have wealth. Right? You're able-bodied enough that we can, and able-minded that we're able to do this. You have wealth. Be very specific about what you're talking about. What is your vision? What kind of wealth are you speaking about now? Okay? All right, here. And then in the next part, for those of you who are looking on screen, where it says your digital vision board section over here. So this is the digital vision board that is on Canva. The link is at the bottom for you to click onto Canva and print it from there if you prefer, but you can also just click onto Canva and work on it over there, or you can just be able to work on it here if you want. So you're going to put your photo here in the middle, and then we're going to get into more specifics about this tomorrow. But it also has 8 categories. It has the 8 categories that we spoke about, okay? And there are specifics here on how to create a vision board on Canva if you prefer not to use the one that I gave you. Then here is your Manifest Your Magic Planner. Okay, we'll get into that more on a different day in the workshop. And now here's your VIP Vision Inspo. So here's your blank check. Here's your blank ATM receipt. So we're going to fill this in, and you can add these if you do a physical vision board, your ATM receipt, how much money you have in the bank. We're going to do it. Here's your boarding pass for your first class Goddess Life. Here is a blank certificate or a diploma that you can award yourself. Here is a list of suggested images if you feel stuck. Here's a list of 50 positive affirmations if you want to add these to your vision board. Here are 100 positive quotes for your vision board. So here are a number of different things that you can play with in order to create and birth your vision. Okay? All right, so let me come back over here. Okay, so Goddess Joe says, I need Goddess Joe to reach out to me because I can't get in. Okay, so you reach out to her. Let me give you her information. I will put it in the chat. So yes, I'm going to ask you to take responsibility, please, Goddess, for your own well-being. And if you contacted her and she didn't contact you, contact her again and let me know. Let me know if she didn't get back to you, and then I can tell her to get in touch with you as well, if maybe that's what you meant. But here is, let me just put this in the chat. Oh. Let me put her number here. Okay, all right, good. So she said, I already did once. Okay, so I will let you know, I will let her know to contact you. And if you put your email address here, Goddess Ade, I can check afterward also and just make sure to add you and just see what's going on with it, okay? So if you put your email address, the one that you are wanting everything to be available. Oh, let me put it again in the chat. Put your email address here, and then we can be sure to make sure that you get in the room, okay? All right, good. Any other questions about the courage to desire? Yay, Vital Empress said, I wrote myself a check using my own checkbook. That is wonderful. Okay, Vital Empress says, I desire to manifest $10,000 a month while starting my business to empower, 10,000 pounds a month while starting my own business to empower women and mothers so I can stay home with my son, who's now only 3 weeks old. Yay, congratulations, new mommy. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yay. Okay, thank you, Goddess Ade, for your email address. As a matter of fact, so that I don't forget, let me just right now, while I have you on the line, I'm just going to type your name in and just see if what's going on with your access. So let me know if there are any questions, if you have any questions specifically around desire. Today is about desire. What do you desire? What do you desire? Someone asked earlier about using African ritual. And I just want to point out, Africa's 52 countries plus, but African ritual with vision boards. I'm going to share with you a little bit about that in a second. I forget, my apologies to who asked the question. Okay, so Goddess Ade, you are in the workshop. I see you're here. So let me just give you a link. You're already in. If you forgot your password, just click forgot password. But you're already signed up. You're already here. So let me just give you the link. It's you.womanifesting.com. I'll put it in the chat. And if you want to, you can try to sign in while we're here on the line. But yeah, you're already signed in. If you like I said, if you forgot your password, click forgot password, or you can and let me know if that works. Okay? All right, good. I'm glad we checked on that here. All right, so Goddess Shayla says, I got a printable vision board package on Etsy today. Excellent. Picking up after class from Staples. I'm so excited. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Excellent. Okay, good. So let me share with you, and this is actually Goddess Marnie. This is your package that came back. Goddess Marnie signed up for. I had a readings and rituals by mail thing that I did for Black Friday, and I might do it again because it was so fun. Where I did readings for people and I'm putting the cards in the mail along with processes to do a ritual related to the reading. So I may do that again, maybe for the people who sign up for Manifest Your Magic moon circles. But anyway, Goddess Marnie, yours came back to me, yours and also a goddess from the UK. Goddess Marnie's in Canada, because the post office filled out the customs form wrong. So I'm going to have to re-sign it, redo it, and send it to you again. So meanwhile, I'm going to open it so that I can just show people how you could use African ritual or ritual period with your vision board. And vision board creation is a ritual. So you may want to, with your vision board creation, I say set the music, have some great food. If you have kids, and they, maybe you can cut out some stuff and give them some stuff that they can do in the same room, or if you don't have childcare at the moment. But let it be a ritual that maybe there's food that you're doing with it. Maybe you're doing it with your partner. One of my friends, she with her husband, they and her children, they sat and they said, okay, for the fun of it during the pandemic, they said, what are some fun things we want to manifest as a family? And they have already manifested like this big, beautiful home. And like they were like, okay, let's just be crazy in what we dream. Let's just be crazy about it. Like let's not overthink it. What's something fun and crazy that we can manifest? Have that level of fun with it. Like her home, oh my gosh, she sent me a picture. I'm like, is this like, it looks like it's a resort. It's amazing and it's beautiful and it's inspiring to me that she manifested that, because again, if she can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. We all are reflections of each other. All right, so Goddess Marnie says, love that. It was meant to be with you. Yes. So I've opened up Goddess Marnie's package. I'm going to show this to you all in a second. Okay, Goddess Ade said she was able to sign in. She says, got in, I cleared the critters. Okay, good. Okay, excellent. Okay, so here is what is inside Goddess Marnie's package, which is a manifestation ritual that I sent her by mail. So, okay, so I sent her some paper because I'm not going to share with you what her specific ritual is, because it was something that was personal to her, but I'll just share with you just some of the things that are here. So, and how I would use them if I were her with my vision board. So some aged looking paper and some Ghanaian paper that she could use to write goals, for example, and put on a physical vision board. She could, with her vision board creation, she could write down what she wanted to release, in full moon energy, and set it on fire and release the energy before she created her vision board. And in fact, maybe we'll do that here actually in this circle. Maybe we'll do that. I think that's a good idea. We will do that. Okay, then I said, here are the cards for her reading, the 3-card reading. So these are the 3 cards, and I will explain, she will get an explanation of what the reading is, but I'm sending her these cards, which have been blessed, which she could add to her altar. Or, for example, this is a card of liberation. So for the goddess earlier who said that she was wanting to manifest freedom, you could add this to your physical vision board to represent liberation. Or if you're creating a digital vision board, you could take a photo of it and add it to your vision board, your digital vision board. Goddess Ade says, love the deck I got. Oh, that's great. Excellent. Okay, so let's see what else is in here for her specific ritual. Okay, so here is her candle that she received. That again is a candle that is specially blessed for her. It is I don't know if you can see it, it's like a golden brown candle. That is, again, specific to the ritual that I have sent her based on her reading. There are also, I don't know if you can see that, so pomelo flowers. So you could have on your actual vision board, you can put rose petals or whatever specific herb or is relevant to your process. You could put that physically on your vision board. This is something that is also in her package. I will often on a vision board have envelopes, bigger envelopes or smaller envelopes, where I could write things that I want to be private. So you could have, if you're wanting to, like I said, I'm going to display my vision board in my office, but there are still certain things that are very private. So I will have things that you can lift up and you can have a latch that has, or you can write something in here, or you can, say every week or once a week you wanted to write something, a secret goal or something like that, or a secret vision, and put it in an envelope and put it on your vision board. Okay, So I hope this is giving you some ideas on thinking out of the box, so to speak. Then she has some journal cards and affirmations here. So this one says, the answer is always no if you don't ask. The answer is always no if you don't ask. And it says, what fears do I need to confront this year? How can I take steps toward those fears? So this is exactly what we are talking about here with creating a vision. And then there are a couple of others. Don't sweat the small stuff. And the more grateful I am, the more beauty I see. So you could paste these on a vision board if you were wanting to. There's also some Palo Santo. This one says GVO, good vibes only, which you could use to clear the energy absolutely before you create your vision board. And there's some lavender. Let's see. Again, this was her ritual kit from Reading and Ritual. And then there's some tiger's eye crystals, which you could do a crystal grid on your vision board, which would be very potent and powerful. And some amethyst. These again are all a part of, this is either you can use it as an incense burner or a crystal holder. And then there is this sunshine pendant, which again, this is something that you could put on your vision board if the sun has a particular representation to you, which for me it does. I'm a Leo, a sun person. My tattoo means I am the goddess of the sun, which I don't often tell people. But yeah, so depending on the representation to you, that could be something that is on your vision board. So this is Goddess Marnie's package, which I'm going to pack back up, and I'm going to add one of the stickers from the stickers I just bought. Never give up. I'm going to add this to your package and send it to her. And so you could take all of those things and create for yourself a beautiful creation ritual. And afterward, you're going to walk as if, live as if, in alignment with the things that you've created, as if they are already done. Goddess Marnie said, wow, that's way more than I thought. I cannot wait. That is also beautiful and gave me so many ideas. Yay. Thank you, Goddess. You are absolutely welcome. Goddess Nicola says, wow, that's amazing. I can't wait for mine. Goddess Nicola, yay. Okay, Goddess Nicola is the other person who, she knows her package came back. Goddess Nicola, yours is here too. The two of you, your packages came back, unfortunately. Sorry. They did the customs form wrong. So any other questions about specifically around creation? Okay, someone says, do we glue it down? This makes me want to create an altar. So you should absolutely create an altar. Everyone should always have an altar. If you live in a place where you are unable to have an altar, I've had many places where either it's too small to have an altar, or sometimes you may live with other people or have little people that you live with that it's just not safe to have an altar. You can have an altar in a shoebox. You can take a shoebox. If you have a boots related shoebox, those are bigger, or you can have it in your closet. You can absolutely, there's always room and always a place to create an altar. So absolutely. And so you would glue down the envelope. You would glue down anything that you are adding to your vision board. You could have a lot of different little envelopes, for each of those areas that we talked about, where you are, having this vision board be a vision board altar, really. That would be really beautiful, where you added an offering for each area. Maybe there are, envelopes, and then the image could be on top, and then the envelope underneath, and you could be adding, notes of affirmation. You could be adding, all kinds of things. Very exciting. Yes, absolutely. Me too. Let Go My Ego says, I even treat a vision board as an altar. Well, it is. Absolutely. Wonderful. Any other questions? Oh, someone over here wants to see what's in Goddess Nicola's package. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to be careful not to mix it with Goddess Marnie's. Okay, Goddess Marnie's over here. So let's see what is in Goddess Nicola's package. And so your homework for today's workshop is to get that worksheet and go to each area and write a very clear desire, a very, very clear desire, okay? And let's see what's in Goddess Nicola's package. Okay. All right, so here we go, Goddess Nicola. So let me see if I can get your cards out first. Okay, your little paper clip just fell down. Okay, so here are her 3 cards. Oops. Okay, so here are her 3 cards. I have numbers that are on them in her reading. So that's her number 1 is level up. Okay, Goddess Katesh, talk about, sacred lust and activated passion energy and pleasure. So that is quite a reading that Goddess Nicola is getting. And then she has red rose petals in hers. And Goddess Nicola also has some money. These are wonderful to use in altar work and vision board work, which, as we have said, are pretty much one and the same. And Goddess Nicola's ritual has a lot of money with it, so a lot of different kinds of money, as you will see. She also has the paper in hers as well. And she has, let's see. Okay, her Palo Santo says, I am magic. And so you could take Palo Santo and inscribe whatever you are wanting to inscribe on it. The same with candles. You're doing candle work. Some people, I don't think in either of these 2 packages, but some of the people, their ritual candles, I inscribed and dressed their candles. These I just blessed. So this is a green candle related to the heart chakra. This is all Goddess Nicola's package. All right, and then she has her affirmations, which are kind of fun in keeping in alignment with Ketesh. I will not compare myself to strangers on the. You hear that? And then the question is, why do I compare myself to others? How do I cope with my insecurities? How do I stop comparing myself to others? These are some general questions and affirmations. I allow myself to be happy no matter what, Goddess Nicola. I allow myself to be happy no matter what. Let's see what else is in her ritual package. Let's see. Okay, those are just some more affirmation cards I put here to the side. Let me read this one. I have confidence in myself and my abilities. I can do all things I commit myself to do. Absolutely in alignment and relevant. Oh, I'm glad I opened it because these fell out. This is lapis lazuli. It fell out in the bag, so I'm gonna repack that for you. And then she has some lemon essence, is part of her ritual here. And you have some selenite, Goddess Nicola. Some selenite, which is really good for clearing energy. Selenite is a part of her ritual. So everybody's package obviously is different because everybody's reading is different. So you're receiving some rose quartz and tiger's eye as well. And let's see what else is in here. Also an incense or crystal holder. And it's, again, kind of cheeky and fun and cute. And it says, I have a crystal for that. Lots of fun. And then, okay, here is the little holder that was holding together your cards, Goddess Nicola, and then your lapis lazuli is all in the bag. And so that was Goddess Nicola's ritual package. Everyone's is different. She goes, what fantastic gifts. I'm jumping up and down. Yay, you guys made me so happy. Okay, I can't wait to do that again. Okay, she says, someone says, wow, I intuitively created an altar under the shelf under my vision board poster. Oh, that is excellent. Yay. Okay, so tomorrow, so again, this is a 4-day workshop. 2 days, the first 2 days are free. If you want the recordings, if you want all the good stuff we've been talking about, all the community, all of that good stuff, you absolutely must come into the VIP, all right? And come play with us, and you can just go back to the link and sign your way through and figure out how to. Let's see, is it too late to get one? Goddess Priscilla says, no, it's not. No, it's not. I will put together, I'll tomorrow I'll give a link where you guys can do that. Okay? All right, beautiful. I am magic. Yes. All right, excellent. Okay, so I will see you all tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. VIP folks, go download your stuff. Get started. Everybody get started, and we'll finish this party tomorrow. I love you all so much. Oh my goodness. I adore you, adore you, adore you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be able to play with you and create with you and step into our power together. Yay, Goddess Marnie says, love you, and so glad to be back with you in 2024. Thank you, Goddess Marnie. Yay, what a great first day. I agree. Yay. All right. Love you. Sawubona. That means we see you. See you tomorrow.